Okay, I'd like to welcome everybody to the regular town board meeting for May 24th.
I can't hear Steve.
Oh, hold on a second. Let me unmute. You there?
There. Now I can
Okay.
hear you.
I'd like to welcome everybody to the regular town board meeting for May 24th, 2021.
Recording in progress.
Okay. I just want to advise everybody that Bill Guyban is Zooming this meeting. Everybody else is in person. I ask everybody to please turn off cell phones and electronic devices. Assisted listening devices are available for the hearing impaired. I ask for everybody to please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I'll also ask for a quick moment of silent reflection, please. Thank you very much. I need the agenda approval. Does anybody have any additions to the agenda? Anybody?
No.
No? Jason, anything? John, any additions to the agenda?
No, I was just checking on something, sorry.
That's okay.
No, I don't think we better not.
Okay.
Not very
Al,
much tonight.
anything?
We just want to add that you're going to table that one issue of the dedication.
Okay, the dedication, yes?
The two items that are on top for hirees, is that okay that it's in that section rather than down where it belongs?
You might be looking at something different than I'm looking at.
Okay.
Yeah,
Looked
we-
like there was two add-ons that were put right underneath the general information.
You
Well,
see
that
it?
does.
Yeah, ours might be different than
Okay.
yours, Bill.
All right.
So what Al's talking about is the dedication of Oak Run Phase 4 was all ready to be dedicated, and then we had a situation arise where some wording and legal wording, and we've been advised to table it until the next meeting.
Okay. Well, the two things that I want to make sure we cover are the change of wages for the van drivers and parks summer help.
Yes,
And I think they'll be taken care of by the department head.
yes,
Thank you.
thank you. Can I get the agenda approved as amended?
So moved.
Second. We have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carried. Mrs. Mager, we're gonna start with you, and
Okay.
Go ahead.
I would like to introduce you Ryan Davis,
Ryan.
Boy Scout of United Presbyterian Church down in the village. And he is looking for a project to do his Eagle Scout badge. So I'm gonna let him talk a little bit.
okay, welcome, Ryan.
Thank you.
Hi, Ryan.
So I'm here regarding
You're okay, you're okay.
I'm here regarding the Scoville Cemetery. I believe Fred Yard, he come here before and
Yeah.
does the same thing. All right, so it's it wasn't maintained previously once he did the ground, so I'm looking to follow up where he left off and clear it out so we can get it again.
Excellent, excellent. Yeah, Mrs. Mager came to me last week and we talked about it, so we love the idea and we love the help. So, I don't think he needs any board action, he's just, gonna go down there and, yeah.
It's a project that,
It's a project he's letting you know about.
I don't think he's gonna require
it
the town
as far as.
Okay. Okay, great, thank you very much. Have you been down there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the pathway is like entirely grown over in the cemetery. Can't even see it. It's like just entirely covered in plants.
Okay.
One tombstone sitting down.
Good.
In fact, they walk right past it.
Really?
We had to like go in a little bit.
Oh,
There's
okay.
a stone wall surrounding the cemetery and they walk right past it.
Yeah. I was down there previously with the last project, so I saw it.
He's going to be doing before and after pictures
Good.
too.
That would be great.
And he's also, Ryan, I think he told me that he's going to try and get the troop to clean it up at least once a year.
Good, that would be excellent,
Yeah.
that'd be
Yeah.
excellent.
Handle the maintenance of it so it doesn't get discounted.
Yeah, great, we appreciate it.
One thing I was searching is, there's a lot of ticks down there, right? Ticks for mosquitoes and all parasites, so. What I was wondering if I could get the approval of the fire department and their cooperation, if I could get a controlled burn down there. If I can get that cleared out, so I don't have to.
Did they do that the last time?
No.
Well, if you work with the fire department and it's something they wanna undertake, that would be up to the fire department. It's private property, correct?
Pardon?
Everything adjacent to the cemetery is private property, right?
The cemetery is not private property, but that's the only thing.
But to access it, you gotta go through the gentleman's private, I would check with the
No,
homeowner.
they have a path to go into it.
Okay,
She was there.
okay. I just wanna make sure, you know.
And she was there with us when we walked down there.
Yeah.
Right,
She's very-
no, they were great the last time, I just worry about a controlled burn situation.
Yeah, I would-
Only the fire
Yeah.
department.
Yeah, with respect to the control burn, I would just consult with the fire department. If they're planning on doing it, all we could ask is that they come here and they kind of advise us so that if there are any issues, we can address them.
Okay, great, okay.
Would be Mr. Bates. Just take it over to the other side.
We just need to have your signature on it, so we can submit it. I believe it's what about it.
There's too many signatures here. See which one I get from that. Council district, sorry, the district.
Next. We had it folded over.
Mr. Supervisor, it's okay that I sign this on behalf of the town? Why don't you have the supervisor sign it?
Yeah.
Well, legally, are you good with it?
I'm fine, absolutely.
You're the attorney.
This is just.
You're asking for my permission to sign it?
I just don't wanna, I mean, it's your town, it's.
Yeah, just don't say that, it's not my town, it's our town.
It's our town.
It's an honor to sign, yeah.
It's my honor, you're right.
Steve had it
I
last time, it's your turn.
can't give out legal advice.
You can't, you won't say.
We were down there and I'm not kidding, it's grown up to here.
Yeah. I was there twice before, I think the last time there were more trees in it, but now it's probably just the grass has grown.
Grass and vines and weeds.
Yeah.
Prickers.
Yeah.
A lot of thorn bushes.
Yeah, we found them.
By the way, the, lady that, is in the house now, her husband was down there last time. She's not going to be any longer with us. So, you know, it's, boys are gonna be on their own.
Okay.
We hope to do this at like fall, that's what we're gonna do this project.
Okay.
Just so like, it's gonna get very hot down there, I don't want to get.
Right, okay.
Congratulations.
Good, thanks.
Thank you.
But it's great.
Thank you.
Hattie Phelps, 1946 Sunder Settlement Road. Hi Hattie, I talked to you on the phone the other day.
Oh, did you?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, I want to talk about my water bill. And, I received the bill in January, for $321. At that time, I had a leak and my son came right out. And around January 29th, when I got the bill and found the source of the leak, and he stopped it. And then I was shocked when this month, bill for $816. And my meter was checked by town supervisor Dave on May 7th, and it was at a normal rate. And, I need some help with this bill.
Yeah.
That's over
So-
half my, income for the month.
Yeah. So I spoke to Hattie on the phone and I told her, I cannot, we've run into this problem before, I cannot waive a water bill. I just can't waive a water bill. So, I invited her here to the town board to explain what happened. She did have a leak. When the son, you're the son, I'm sorry.
Yes,
Yeah.
I am, and I fixed the leak, it was in the back, one of the faucets, we turned it off, and I guess the washer inside must have been shut, I replaced it.
Yeah.
And it was leaking probably all through the winter.
Right.
But before that bill, before we got the $321 bill, the previous bill in June was $46.58.
Oh, I pulled them all up, I
Okay.
saw them all. I was
And-
gonna get more information for this meeting, but the clerk in the water department wasn't in today, so I couldn't get some more information. So her normal usage is right around the minimum, a hair above the minimum. She did have a leak. The bill, when he came and fixed the leak, it was in February, which encompassed the new water cycle. So that's where the $800 bill is coming from. She is back to normal usage, but she has an $800 water bill. Now, what's your,
I can't
1946 under settlement, hold on, ma'am, I'm sorry, I apologize. 1946 under settlement, do you know if that would be sewer?
No.
You don't have sewer?
No.
You have septic?
Septic,
Yeah.
that's not pump, septic.
So,
Yeah, there's no sewer there.
yeah. Yeah, see, we had a,
Definitely could waive the sewer.
yeah, there is no sewer.
Yeah.
And this is what happened the last time with that young lady. We had another young lady last year who came to us and she had a leak in the same scenario. And the only thing that I've in my experience offered is some type of a payment plan, a reduced payment plan, even if it's just $10 a month or something until it's paid. Because the problem is the water was used. The town pays for that water. So we're billing you for what was paid to the Niagara County Water District. So, I mean, if anybody else has any other thoughts on this.
Well, I can't imagine myself, I live alone.
I understand.
How could I use $800 worth of water?
The answer would be because you had a leak.
But you
I
repaired
repaired that.
You repaired the leak during the billing cycle. So it was actually at the end of the billing cycle.
Yeah.
So, the billing cycle, I believe, is up until February, and then that's what the bill for this one comes out for. So it probably leaked longer, obviously, it leaked longer than the $300 bill.
Okay, so you're saying the leak was leaking during the $300 bill and during this $800 bill?
Yes, and then you fixed it, and as soon as you fixed it, it stopped the problem. There's no question it stopped. But this is the difference between the $300 and then this one, so it leaked longer at $800. So I mean, it's a legitimate water usage as far as that goes, okay? The water went through that meter. So the question is, and again, we have this before, and this board and previous boards have never forgave a water bill. They have forgiven sewer, but you don't have sewer. So it's strictly a water usage. So, like I said, we can come up with some type of a payment plan.
There wouldn't be any interest on that, she did a payment, would there?
No, there'd be no interest on a payment plan. Unless I reach out to the county and see if they're willing to give us a break.
For a hardship case, right?
Yeah. I mean, we could do something like that, and I have your information, I have your number, I can reach out to you. But, I guess the Mr. Guyben's favorite saying is a slippery slope. For every relieving your water bill, there'll be somebody next month coming in saying they had a leak, they got it fixed, they need a relief on that water bill when the water was actually used. I mean, it wasn't used per se watering the yard, but it went through the meter. So, I mean, I can reach out to the county for some type of a hardship on that, like you're asking us to do. And if they're willing to give us a relief on that, I would refer that relief to you. So I have your information, I can give you a call.
Okay.
Okay?
All right.
I appreciate you coming out, I really do, because like I said, I can't make that decision on my own, so.
Could you guys also have somebody come out and check to make sure everything's running the way it's supposed to be?
Well, by the usage, it's back to normal. I mean, she could pull up your usage right on, right on there,
Okay.
and you're back to normal. So,
Okay.
I certainly can, but I certainly can have somebody come out, my water foreman, I can have him come out. So I'll ask him to come out this week. Okay?
Okay.
Okay, Hattie.
All right, thank you.
Yep. Okay. Is it Mackenzie Breeden? Is that it?
McKenna, it's McKenna.
McKenna, I'm sorry, 592 Sandalwood Drive. How are you, young lady?
McKenna's a fourth grade student. Mrs. DeNewlands, the fourth grade teacher. There for her support, and they're looking for a little support here from the board. Go ahead.
My name is McKenna, and I'm in fourth grade. I'm working on a passion project to get an autism sign in my neighborhood. We have a very sharp corner there, and my brothers have autism, and I want to make sure if they run outside they are safe and don't get hurt, because cars always come flying around. I made a survey on a website called SurveyMonkey asking my classmates if they loved the idea. They all said they loved it. I could do a fundraiser to get the money to get the sign, like select stickers, or I could donate some of my own money. My top goal is to make sure my brothers and everyone else is safe.
Go ahead, Dave.
Looking at an autism sign that says autism. Right? Child with autism there, and they like it, and it's, talk to parents, they agree to put it in their yard there, and it'll, be a project for school.
Just so you know, I went online and I found an autistic child area sign. I don't know if this would be, I don't know if you want the square one, child with autism, or the autistic child area. This is one that other ones have. Okay, so which one would you prefer?
No, that one.
This one? Did you see this one as well?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, so.
That's the one you sent me, right?
Right.
Right?
Yes.
So, I have no problem with it if the board.
So were you gonna put up a new sign, or were you gonna change it? Because we talked about the children at play sign.
Dave, I have a children at play sign 220 feet from the street. So at 30 miles an hour, it's like 5 seconds away. So if you want it, we can move it down. I don't know what your address is, but we can move it down to your address, right in front of your house. We'll put the sign with autism there, or would you rather have the child at play?
Well, I would say keep the children at play because there is a lot of children in the neighborhood. And we can do the autism specific one in our yard.
Right, and I'll put it right in their yard, right?
How many houses is the children at play sign away?
220 feet
From
our
our
theirs?
I don't know where,
From our
your
house,
in the
it's
corner.
right about at the corner, so 1, 2, 3 or 4 houses.
Okay. I just didn't want, you know, when they're too close, they get ignored.
No, it'll be right after the turn. So
Okay, great.
Okay.
And you're willing to do that,
Yes,
Dave?
as long as the board's
Awesome.
good with it.
And then what I would like to do is when we get the sign up, maybe the board comes out with you and we take a picture in front of the sign.
And
know.
you too, in the picture.
Yes,
You too, of
yes.
course. Hello.
That'll be.
Right?
Good, awesome. Well, thank you very much. Yep, go ahead.
And then while I have her up here, Mrs. DeMond is gonna make another presentation. We have a dog park, and we're gonna go do a fundraiser on May 29th from 8:30 to 11 o'clock with Mrs. Smith and Zoe's spearheading this, another one of her students. So they're gonna be doing a fundraiser, come out and buy coffee and a dog bone and raise some money for.
I just want to clarify, I will be out of town for this weekend, so I can't make it, so.
The rest of the board members are all invited.
Yeah.
Correct? Anything else you want to add to it?
That's nice for that sign.
Awesome.
And McKenna,
Thank you,
will take care of
McKenna.
it.
McKenna, how old are your brothers?
They're both 8.
Both 8? They're twins?
No, they're twins.
Oh, awesome. Awesome. Great, thank you. Okay. Is it Jared Perrin? I'm sorry, yeah. You wrote real small, so.
I didn't even think I was on the agenda, but.
Well, did you sign in to speak, or did you sign in or were you just here to?
Just sign in to speak if I could. But
Yes.
I was gonna let the residents kind of do their thing.
Well, that's what it's for. Who are you with?
Saturn Power.
Okay.
We saw him at the planning board the other night.
All right.
Yes.
Okay. So go ahead, we'll let you do it. This is usually for residents to speak, but you signed in, so we can take care of it now.
Yeah, understood. I was really just looking to see if we could set the public hearing for the solar project, for our solar project for next month's town board meeting. So we got all of our approvals to the planning board on Thursday, so just this past.
Okay, you know what? Then I will have you sit down, and then when we get to Tim Masters for department heads, I'll talk to him.
Got it.
Thank you.
No problem, thank you.
Is it Jared, your first?
Jared.
Jared.
You got it.
Okay. Okay. Tom Smith?
I'd like to take my 2 minutes to have a moment of silence for everybody who died for this country to protect my and everybody else's in here civil rights. Memorial Day's coming up, and I think we need to show some appreciation to all the veterans out there and everybody that sacrificed for this country. Let them all know that their sacrifices weren't in vain, and that we appreciate everything that they've done. God bless America.
Thank you very much, Tom. Would anybody else like to speak? Okay, thank you very much. Moving on to department head statements. Captain, anything from the police? Nothing? Donna? Nothing? Bill Conrad, anything? Oh, Jeff Ritter.
I'm under your agenda.
Okay. Bob Lannon, you're on the agenda?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm talking.
Okay. And then, Dave, anything else?
Do the parks payroll?
Sure.
Like permission to hire Tom Kennedy as soon as possible at $14 an hour, Jared Hoover at $13 an hour. Tom Kennedy's been with the town part of that.
Steve, is Dave at the microphone?
Dave's at the microphone. You need him to speak up?
Yes, get here.
Usually they tell me to shut up. Let's just speak up. All right, yes, I'd like to have the two.
He says, just talk normally, he can hear
I'd like to have Tom Kennedy and Jared Hoover both hired as soon as possible, put on the payroll, one at $14 and one at $13.
you. And Mr. Kennedy at 14 and the other gentleman, Hoover was the last name?
Yes.
At $13. So I'll ask for that motion. I'll make that motion.
Second
We have a motion, a second, and I just wanted to add, Bill, so you understand, he does not have a third individual. The last time we hired the 3 individuals, he does not have a third individual, so it's just those 2 individuals. So, if anybody else have any questions? So we have a motion and a second, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carried.
All right, thank you.
That's it?
That's it.
Okay. Let's see, I think that takes care of the room.
I guess Don tried to be able to join us. He's not in basketball or in baseball, but I have his report. I can do it now, or I do it when it's my turn.
We'll do it when it's your turn.
Okay, thank you.
Melinda Olick,
I'm here.
go ahead.
Do you want me to talk about the increasing the van driver wages now?
Yes.
Okay, well, Amy and I discussed, and everyone's aware that we're going to bring the van drivers that we currently have up to a wage mark comparable with what the minimum wage is and to possibly increase when the minimum wage increases in the future.
Yep. So do you want to read off what those, the pay rate is?
Sure. For Ray, it will be $12.50, to possibly increase, after 6 months, and then after 50 cents, and another 50 cents after a year, to bring him up to $13.50. Van driver Mike would, go up to $13.50, and Randy, the other van driver, would also go up to $13.50.
Yeah. So the problem we had with minimum wage being raised to $12.50, and we have a policy that when you're here for 6 months, you get a 50-cent raise, and when you're here for a year, you get another 50-cent raise. We actually would have our new hire making more money in a year than the guys who have been here for 6, 7, 8, 9 years. So we knew this was going to be a problem. It's been addressed in some contract negotiations. These are part-time, full year employees. So basically, everybody at the end of 2021 will be making $13.50 an hour. So that's the necessity for this pay increase. So I ask for a motion.
Before you do that.
Yep, go ahead.
The two present employees, do we have that wage start at the next cycle of salary?
No,
Rather than
it's going to go up as of today to $13.50 an hour for Mike Cudahy and Randy Gorska.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Okay.
So I would ask for a motion to increase their pay rate to $13.50 an hour and Ray London at $12.50 an hour.
So moved. Second.
We have a motion, a second. Any questions? All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carried. Anything else, Melinda?
No, we're fine. We're just, I guess I should say that I'm going to look at how senior centers throughout Western New York are handling the new guidelines from the CDC and the state, and we'll adjust accordingly as we discussed. And I'll send something out to you and the board how I think we should handle that and move forward. I think we should, be careful and, not rush into anything, put some thought into it, and I just want to see how things go out with.
So as of right now, at our senior center, there will be no change to our mask policy. Everybody will be asked to wear a mask into the building, and once they're seated, they can remove their masks. So that will stay the same at our senior center. So, and I'm in full support of that. Melinda and I have talked back and forth, so that'll be the way moving forward that will occur. So thank you very much, Melinda.
Thank you.
Let's see, I don't see Tim Masters on here. Tim, are you here? No, Tim is not here. And I don't have an email from him. Okay. Am I missing anybody else? I don't think so. Okay, moving on to assessor under Linda Johnson, who's not here. I can read off her. Linda Johnson's asking the board, this is Board of Assessment Review member. I am requesting that Michael Johnson be added to the Board of Assessment Review for 2021, as it has been brought to my attention that we will not have the required members present to have a quorum for the grievance proceedings on May 25th. I have asked Mike to step in to assist the other members as he comes from a real estate and appraisal background of more than 30 years, and I am confident that he will be of great assistance in the grievance proceedings. I have contacted Niagara County Real Property Services, and they emailed the link for Mike to do the training online prior to May 25th. Once he has taken the training video course online, he will sign the Board of Assessment Review Training Attestation Statement and will forward it to the Niagara County Real Property Office. Thank you for your assistance in this matter. So I would ask a motion to put Michael Johnson on the Board of Assessment Review.
I'll make that motion.
So move.
Have Bill second it, Donna. Okay, we have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Great. We did the van driver wages. Approval of the meeting minutes for May 10th, 2021 work session. motion? Can I get a
Oh,
second?
second.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carried. Audit payment, Councilman Jacoby.
Yes, I move that we make payment of the regular abstract, a total of $1,129,216.83, plus the post audit of $13,468.58.
Second.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carried. Pending old business, proposed residency requirement. So, Al, did you provide, yeah, here it is.
Yeah.
So, we had approved a new residency requirement, and what we kind of backed off of that until Al was able to provide an actual hard copy, talk to some department heads, so we have that here in front of us. I will go ahead and read it. So it is a 403 residency requirement. The police department, all full-time employees of the town of Lewiston Police Department must be residents of the town of Lewiston. All part-time employees of the town of Lewiston Police Department must abide by the policy developed for part-time employees contained in the policy as established for all of the departments below. All other departments. All other full-time employees of the town of Lewiston must be residents of the town of Lewiston or a contiguous municipality. Said contiguous municipalities shall include the town of Porter, the town of Cambria, town of Wilson, town of Niagara, city of Niagara Falls, and the town of Wheatfield. Part-time, seasonal, and temporary employees need not be residents of the town of Lewiston. However, residency shall be considered when hiring full-time, part-time, seasonal, and temporary employees. Nothing herein shall be construed to require the town to hire a town resident over a non-resident for a full-time, part-time, seasonal, or temporary position. Any employee who is a member of the Water Pollution Control Center collective bargaining unit should refer to the residency requirement contained in their current collective bargaining agreement. Any newly hired employee of the town of Lewiston must meet the above residency requirements within 6 months of their date of hire. An extension may be granted at the sole discretion of the town board. New employees. Any newly hired employee or employee changing job classifications must meet the above residency requirements within 6 months of their hire date. Extensions for additional time may be granted at the town board's sole discretion. Any new employee who will be a member of the Water Pollution Control Center collective bargaining unit should refer to the residency requirement contained in their current collective bargaining agreement. Relocation. Any employee who relocates outside the town in contiguous municipalities as more fully defined above without the express written approval of the town board may be terminated upon this ground. And under family members, no more than one member of an immediate family shall be employed within the same department. This does not affect present town employees of the same or related families already working within the same department. Seasonal employees are exempt from this provision. For purposes of this policy, immediate family is defined as spouse, parent, child, and sibling. So I'd ask for a motion to approve the new residency requirement.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carried. Thank you, Al, for taking care of that. Again, the dedication of Oak Run has been tabled. New business, residents, public correspondence. Donna?
If we received a letter from Race Management Solutions, they are looking for, approval. They're gonna have their Niagara Falls USA Marathon on April 30th of 2022. It will go into portions of Lewiston and then into the village from Art Park. They just are looking for approval now so they can move forward with planning it. This has been forwarded to the police department also.
Okay. And we don't need a motion to approve they're just notifying us?
Yeah, I would imagine if they want, the planning stage goes through the police department.
Right.
Yep.
Chief Brevet would coordinate all of that. If it's okay with Chief Brevet, I would assume that the board doesn't have to.
Right.
And this has been done
Year after, and they do a great job.
Yeah.
They really do.
And if it's within Chief's budget, et cetera, if he needed more money, then he may have to come to the town for special approvals, but I think it's within his authority to take care of it.
Is that how you understand it, Donna, that you're just,
Yeah.
okay,
You can just refer to the chief if you want.
yeah, okay,
It doesn't require.
okay. So moved.
And the chief will respond to them, right? That's how we
Yeah.
leave it at that.
And he works with them every year.
Okay.
Liaison report. I'll start off with Supervisor Broderick. addition to Upper Mountain Fire Company roster. Please add the following individuals to our roles as a new member of the Upper Mountain Fire Company of Lewiston, New York, effective this date. Mr. Thomas Kuhn, K-U-U-N, 839 Moyer Road in Lewiston. So I'll make that motion.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carried. Legal, Niagara Mohawk easement, Harold Road.
This is an easement I
Sorry. No, that's okay. Let me just turn mine down. Go ahead.
This is an easement I've had a chance to review. It's a narrow easement which provides Niagara Mohawk with access to the Harold Road, Swan Road property, the town highway garage, for purposes of setting up the
Tower.
is it the
Communication tower.
It's a communication tower. It's a very standard one. It meets with my approval. We just need a motion to authorize the supervisor to sign.
I'll make that motion that we authorize Supervisor Broderick to sign this agreement for the easement.
I'll second it.
We have a motion and a second. Any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carried.
Thank you. Thank you.
Engineering, award bid. Bob?
Should I go to the mic, Mr. Supervisor?
Yeah, please, just so Bill can hear you.
Yes, on May 18th, we took bids for the town of Lewiston panel project that we're calling it. We received 2 bids, one from O'Connell Electric and the other from Fry Electric. The low bidder for the base bid, alternate A, was O'Connell Electric, and the total amount of $365,795. We would recommend award of that contract, that amount to O'Connell, subject to the town legal counsel review.
Why did we only have 2 people respond?
We had, I think there were 6 contractors who had taken books out. Only 2 elected to submit bids.
Okay. That's all right, Al?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Steve, would you repeat the amount?
So O'Connell Electric was $351,695 on the base bid, and a total amount of alternate A, which is the second portion, of $14,100, for a total of $365,795. Fry Electric was total of $404,000. So a difference of about $40,000, $39,000. So can I get a motion to approve the bid?
I'll make that motion.
I'll second it.
We have a motion and a second. We do have a question that I want to discuss. So this was, and Jeff, you can help me out with this. This was a bond, this went out to bond in 2012 for projects, for different projects.
Yeah, 11 or 12.
Yeah. So what happened is the bid came in a little bit more expensive and it depletes the fund. So Jackie, do you want to add to that?
It will deplete the fund by about between the difference in the bid and the balance in the H32 account and the additional GHD invoices on this project. There'll be about $83,000 that will have to be used from the SS1 fund balance, which is currently at 1.3 million at the end of the 2019 audit. We're still waiting for the 2020, but there will be an additional approximate 400,000 unaudited added to the SS1
Okay.
fund balance.
And you're comfortable with this figure of 83,000 transferring out of the fund balance?
I am, yes.
Okay, I just want to make everybody aware of it.
Pardon?
I just want to make everybody aware of it before we approve the bid, and then we'll turn around and come back to you and we'll approve a motion to spend that money out of fund balance.
Okay.
Okay, so any questions? Okay, so we have a yeah.
I anticipate using the fund balance for some of these projects.
Absolutely. Absolutely, yeah.
Right.
No, And Jeff and Jackie have worked, we've done some financing, we've put some money out there and invested, and we knew this was coming up, so we didn't invest any more of the H-32 money, and I don't believe we invested much more of the SS1 money, knowing that we had some expenses with that too. The only time we invested is when we knew we weren't gonna be spending any of that money. So, we have a motion and a second. I will ask, all in favor to accept the bid?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Okay, that motion's carried.
I just have one quick
Yeah,
question.
go ahead.
Jeff, is this like an improvement or a maintenance or a new?
It's definitely an improvement.
Okay.
It's to bring up a lot of the stuff into the 21st century.
Yeah, it's an improvement that probably lasts some years, right?
Well, a lot of the stuff that needs to be improved in the plant hasn't changed since the 70s,
Yep.
late 70s and the 80s. So we have been piecing this stuff together to keep it running for years. And this will kind of set a new starting point for people in the future to build on.
It sounds like money well spent.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, definitely. I mean, that's been
Thank you,
Jeff's
Jeff.
goal since we got into office, is improving the plant. So with that, Jackie, what are we required to do as far as the fund balance? Al, do you know exactly legal ease, what to?
Well, I think you approved the bid already.
Yep.
So now you have to make a motion to transfer the funds from whichever account. that
The
you
fund
referred to,
balance.
Fund balance, into whichever account you're gonna pay for it.
Okay. Jackie, you wanna do that?
Ask for approval to move money from the SS1 fund balance into the H-32 account to fund this main panel project.
Yes.
In the amount of.
It'll, I have an approximate of 82.5. I'd hate to put an exact dollar amount on it right now.
Well, why don't we do $100,000?
Okay.
Yeah, let's do it at $100,000. That, are you comfortable with that number covering the costs?
I am.
Are you, Jeff, comfortable? Yeah, okay. So, I would ask for that motion.
I make the motion that we
Go ahead.
that we transfer $100,000 from the SS1
Yep.
to cover the additional costs for this project.
Into H-32.
Oh, into H-32.
Okay, so we have a motion by John. Bill, you want to second that?
Yes.
Okay. Any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Okay, thank you very much. Thank you, Jeff. Yep. Anything else?
One more thing, Mr.
Yep.
Rogers, I have the mic. The town highway department has been going great guns at the Riverfront Park. They're doing an exemplary job. And with the board's permission, I'd like to request authorization to go out for bids for the curbing project to continue the advancement of that project.
Absolutely. I'm excited about that project.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second that motion. I look at that park 3-4 times a week. Looking great.
So we have a motion and a second. Any questions on that? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Okay. And also, since Bob, this falls under Bob, I want to bring up, if anybody hasn't driven out to Kiwanis Park, they broke ground. Sorry we didn't have a big ceremony to do, but they broke ground on the new basketball court, which I'm really excited about. I went out last night, took some more pictures. And they put all the drainage in, they excavated the ground, and it's going to be quite the layout. And looking forward to that. Awesome. Thanks, Bob. And Jackie, back to you for a budget revision.
Yes. I have one on 2021 budget revision, total of $1,500. Going into the master sewer contractual budget from the master sewer sanitary contractual budget to cover contractual expenses.
Go ahead, Bill.
Move for approval as read.
Second.
All right, motion is second. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carried.
Started before I could say as presented.
You gotta be, the Zoom slows you down, Bill. Wish you were here. Yeah. Councilman Guyben?
Yes, I talked to our recreation director, and he says baseball program is up and active and moving along quite pleasantly. He decided not to have an opening day ceremony because of the still the COVID restrictions of masks at 6 feet. So that's not gonna happen. The fishing derby registration will be up in the next week or so, which is quite exciting. The fishing tackle box have arrived already. The poles are coming soon. Mike is still looking for a recreation staff member for the Sanborn area. He really would hope somebody from that area would be available rather than having somebody drive out there every day from on the other side of the town. So if you know anybody that's looking for a job in recreation, a potential teacher coming up, that might want to have that in the resume, please have them go on the website, find the application, or call Mike Deschardt directly.
Great, thanks, Bill. Councilman Jacoby?
This week I have nothing to report.
Councilman Morial?
Nothing this week.
And Councilman Myers? Okay, we have another slot for resident statements. Is there anybody here who would like to say anything? Oh, I'm sorry.
That's
No?
the slot I had, I know.
Yep. Yeah, well, it's Jared again. So Tim Masters is not on. He's our building inspector.
Yep.
Are you aware, Al, of having to schedule a public hearing at our next meeting?
I'm not aware that it is scheduled.
No, it's not
Bill
scheduled.
would know on that.
No, it's not scheduled yet.
Right, but is it basically we need to schedule one?
Yes.
Okay.
Has he met the requirements?
Yes.
Okay. And this is the Town Line Road one, right?
Right, town
Yeah.
line over, right,
Okay.
over there.
So I guess we'll ask for a motion to hold a public hearing. What are you calling that project officially?
It's Kilmer Solar LLC.
Kilmer Solar LLC.
I think we should delay it a month.
Always appreciate the bike, yeah.
I just want to see Jared fall down. This guy's the hardest working guy I've ever seen.
I felt the town shoulder, or the town eyes over my shoulder.
So we need a motion to schedule a public hearing for, what's the date?
That's here.
June 28th at 6 p.m. Do you want to make that motion, John?
Yeah, I make the motion that we schedule a public hearing for the Town Line Solar Project for June 28th at 6 p.m.
I'll second that.
Motion and a second. Any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carried.
Thank you for that.
Yeah, no problem.
And we've got some updates on plans and stuff like that, just to continue to go through Tim and Robert on any updates and things like that. We'll get you some refresh plans based on the conditions that were set Thursday for
Okay.
the public hearing, to try to get some into you in the
Awesome.
next couple weeks.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Great. Thanks.
Thank you
Okay,
so much for your
thanks.
time.
Take care.
Sorry you had to wait to the end, but.
Not at all. I live and breathe town meetings, so I'm gonna go catch another one right now.
Yeah, thank you. Okay, would anybody else like to speak? Would you like to speak?
Oh, in view of the Roundup laws, I would appreciate it if neighbors were not allowed to spray, so it goes on your property and steal your trees and,
The use of Roundup?
oh yeah.
Yeah. I honestly don't know if there is a town code or law.
Still selling it. Yeah, people are still using it and they don't even know the damage they're doing to,
Would you do me a favor? This is the first time I've seen you here or met you. Would you send me an email?
definitely.
And it's supervisor@townlewiston.us, because this is new to me, what you're, I don't know what you're actually asking. I don't know if you're asking us to stop people from spraying Roundup.
Should be an ordinance where they're not allowed to spray towards your property unless they, get full protection, put something up and, keep away from the boundaries. I mean, what am I supposed to do? Not do my organic garden within, 100 feet, which wouldn't give me any room.
Yeah.
And I've just been harassed by my neighbors for years. And
Okay. What's your name?
it's horrible. Debbie.
Debbie.
Merrill,
I'm sorry, what's your last name?
Merrill. Yeah, then they, come steal my trees because I asked them nicely.
Yeah.
I've never swore at anybody or yelled at anybody, yet they're offensive to me, and then it goes on, and then they come in and trash my house, like, it's just, I've been harassed horrendously for years.
Okay,
And-
if you'd send me an email, it's on the town website, supervisor@townlewiston.us. I'll put your name on a pad, and I will get back in touch with you.
Also, I mentioned last year, when my lawnmower wasn't working and it was in the shop, number 60 in line, I tried weed whacking my lawn with a special thing I bought. Had it almost done, had a load of mulch, was working on that to make my yard nice. Your lawnmower people come and just cut down, I put up 70 trees on my property. And,
Okay, I remember now, you're in Colonial Village.
Yeah,
Yes.
so this year, I go on a delayed vacation, I got delayed coming home with issues with my relatives that was helping me. And I come back and they mowed it again, they mowed a few more. So I'm only left with 5 out of 70 of my trees. Your lawnmower people don't know the difference between a tree and grass.
Right.
And they were like, you see the limbs on the lawn, from the lawnmower people, like, why don't they know what
Well,
they're doing? Why aren't they supervisor?
I guess the answer would be if you mowed your own lawn and where you knew where the trees were, it wouldn't be a problem.
Yeah, well, I planned them so I could go with my lawnmower. They come in with 6-foot lawnmowers, and they just figured easier just to mow everything down.
But if the yard was
No.
maintained, they wouldn't be mowing it.
Right, but here's my issue. What looks good from the street, my little property is, L-shaped, berms with hedges, and they're always maintained with a lot of mulch. Spent a lot of time working on it. Why do they have to come into the part that's like sectioned off? Why did they come in when there's only a small opening? I mean, I should be able to have a forest if I want. If I planted a bunch of trees, I should be able to have that. They shouldn't have to mow it down.
Well, there are lawn regulations in the town. As long as you abide by the lawn regulations.
Well, can we change them so it's so many feet from the tree? And a lot of people are allowed to have forests. Why is it,
Yeah.
some of
I
my
don't mean
neighbors
to
have little
interrupt, but
areas?
it sounds to me like it's a civil matter between two private homeowners.
Oh, it's not.
Well,
just two.
it's that too, but the town hasn't been, hired staff to go up there and mow the lawn.
Who did
It's
they
part of
hire?
our requirements. Pardon?
That's my issue. Who did they hire?
I think we have 3 or 4 lawn mowing companies on call from the town. And I believe you're served with a certified letter letting you know that you're gonna have your grass cut if you don't cut it.
Well, that's another thing. They have never did that, and this year.
Well, do me a favor, send me an email and I'll follow up with you. I promise.
Yeah, I just wish there was more control over the lawnmower guys.
Okay, well, they don't go.
Roundup, and everybody uses Roundup, and I know what they
Yeah.
do when people have in-ground pools. They blow all this stuff and they get in people's pools. It's just horrendous.
Okay.
It's very, very deadly. Neurological issues. I mean,
Okay, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Okay, with that, we will go to upcoming board commission meetings. I want to remind everybody that town hall offices are closed on May 31st, Memorial Day. The Historic Preservation Commission is June 8th at 6 p.m. Bill, is there an environmental commission meeting this month?
There is, and we're hoping to meet at the senior center. Cheryl Horn was trying to make arrangements with Melinda, and I'll let Donna know what the decision is. The group would rather not meet in the small staff room because it's too tight in there. And John, is the environmental going to, is the historic going to meet in there?
We are going to meet, and if the courtroom's open, we'll come to the courtroom. If not, we'll meet in the kitchen.
All right, so how about, Steve, yet to be determined where the meeting will take place?
Okay, the environmental commission will be June 8th at 7 p.m. at a to-be-determined location. The zoning board of appeals will be June 10th at 6:30 p.m. There'll be no work session in June. Parks and Recreation Advisory Committee meets June 16th at 7 p.m.
And they have been Zooming their meetings and getting excellent attendance at them, and I'll let Donna know that too.
Okay, and then the planning board is June 17th, 2021 at 6:30 p.m. And I just want to remind everybody that the tennis courts are going to be closed for the next 2 weeks to be resurfaced. And I encourage everybody to go take a look at the new basketball court. So with that, I will ask for a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Okay, thanks everybody.